You ever feel so hungover, but like not a real hangover because you don't drink, but like one of those fake hangovers where you're just tired perpetually for no reason? It's not like you did anything last night, and you still got about 11 hours of sleep, but you're just hungover from the day before. That's today. I'm tired. You know what would make me less tired is if you like, comment, and subscribe. Send me your energy, my peoples.
Fellow Earthlings, please listen! We need your energy now!
Today is deadlift day.
Well, like, after pooping though, right? Because if you don't poop before deadlifts, you're gonna poop during deadlifts. And at that point, you might as well just burn your shorts because they're not wearable anymore.
Alright, so with the different grip, I've been feeling deadlifts in a different part. So I'm gonna take it from the side, see if there's anything going on mechanically, because you can't really look at the mechanics as well from the front. It just looks nice from the front. A lot of the mechanical breakdowns of most of the lifts comes from the sides, or on bench it comes from, you need like 4 different angles to be able to break down a bench. But yeah, so this is going to be a different angle than usual. So I was right, there's a little bit of mechanics that aren't triggering correctly. So on the first reps of each of those sets, my scaps were not pinched enough. So there's a little bit of backgrounding going on, which, I mean, backgrounding is natural, but I don't personally like that much backgrounding going on. So I need to work on pinching my scaps with this new grip. It makes sense that 2 cues that both use the hands are conflicting right now, so gotta practice that. That's why we take videos. We take videos not for the clout, not for the, can't even say for the money because these only get like 30 views, but it's more for the technical breakdown for your own personal use, for your coach's use. And what I'm doing here is I'm teaching you guys how I use the videos to break down what's going on, what's going wrong, what's going good, what's going bad in each of the lifts. So it's beneficial to everyone. Yeah. All right, so that's sumo, and that was the definition of garbaggio beans. And those are not cool beans. So when doing sumo, there are two things you gotta make sure you're doing right. And it's not the Mamba before you set up and pull. First thing is you gotta make sure that your joints are stacked. So your ankles, your knees, and your shoulders. If you saw in that setup, my shoulders were far ahead of my knees and ankles, but those two were pretty well lined up, which means I have to sit back more, get down further, because I have the arms of a 3-year-old, or at least the length of a 3-year-old. And the second thing is you gotta make sure that the bar path with and without the bar are equal. You come up the same way you go down. That's a cue from Matt Wenning. Now, this was a 45-pound PR for my sumo, so I don't train sumo enough to actually be an expert on it, but I suck enough to have known that I should look up how to do it. And now that I know what to do, it's all about practicing it. So that's what the videos help as well. Next one, I'm looking for my shoulders back and stacked on my knees and ankles. Stacking was a little bit better on that one, but not perfect yet, but also not gonna be perfect in a day. So little by little. Of course, the last set's the best set. Shoulders like a little forward, but I did what Joe Sullivan called building the house. Created tightness in the hamstrings, the glutes, the hips, all through the shoulders. Actually moving better than my conventional today, which is weird because I don't suck dick, but this is actually pretty good. I don't like sumo because there's a lot of, I've got T-Rex arms, so my fingers end up grinding against my inner thigh, and on my overhand, I have to gorilla grip it, so I don't even have my thumb wrapped around the bar. So the max potential of my sumo is not the same as the max potential of my conventional, mostly because I'm complaining about it. All right, so I've never double overhands above, I think it was 315, but we're doing 3x3 rows with 405 if I can hold on to it. I'm not throwing on fucking straps. Does this face look like a vagina? Because I'm not a pussy. And if you're using straps, you're being a pussy. And the best way to build up grip, because I know I've got a grip issue, is by never using straps. So we're building up this grip strength with the Ed Cone barbell rows. So it should be pretty good. 3x3, 405. See how it goes. Yeah, limiting factor on that was grip. I really have to pee, but whenever you pee, you gotta wash your hands. And I got chalk on my hands. And if you wash chalk off and then have to reapply chalk, it dries your hands out and then your skin starts to tear a little bit. So I have to wait until I'm done with these barbell rows to be able to wash my hands after going to pee-pee. try. Don't judge for how terrible these ab wheels are gonna be. I did a lot of complaining at the beginning, but it ended up not being that bad of a day. Deadlifts moved pretty well. Figured out some things that were going wrong. Sumos were good. Rows were pretty good. Only weakness being grip, but we're not throwing straps into anything because no. Why would I? The back extensions were pretty good. I adjusted how it was doing a little bit. I felt it more in my hamstrings than in my knees this time. Ab rollers, that's a PR. I've never done those before. And I'm gonna bet you one button click, either on the subscribe button or on the like button, that I can make you guys laugh with a quick joke. So, how many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh? Now, you may be thinking that it's 8 tickles because they got 8 arms. No, 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 no. It is 10 tickles. But the first 2, those are testicles. Your mom laughed at that one because I'm still her favorite powerlifter. So, I better see a bunch of those button clicks happening down below for that juicy joke. And I will see you guys at the next one when we lift up our hopes and dreams, because having a positive attitude is pretty good. Bye-bye.